However, there was an explanation behind it. Here's Ramsey on what happened.
He's spilling me, so it's up. I don't give a about football after that, respectfully. I'm always gonna be all for trash talking stuff like that. I actually enjoy that part of the game. I think people know that. We was talking for which I'm cool with. And then, yeah, as soon as he spit, it was that.
You were saying that you spit on him? Did you spit on him?
I ain't never opened my mouth to that guy.
What do you think prompted the reaction from him?
Well, he don't like some of the words I told him. We've been going back and forth the whole time, so I'm sure some got under his skin.
Just to be clear, you did not spit on him at all, was he? That's what you're saying.
I ain't spit on nobody.
And not once, but twice. Problem is, we have high-definition cameras now that can see saliva flying directly in Ramsey's direction.
That's right.
I hate to call you a liar, Jamar Chase, but we got video to prove it. What is a fair punishment now for Jamar Chase?
First of all, it should be an automatic 2-game suspension. Automatic. One is for the spitting. Another is for telling a bold-faced lie. Because he was lying. It's clear as day. You understand? When I saw the interview with Jamar Chase talking to reporters before I saw a replay of the actual incident itself. To sit up there with a straight face, I ain't open my mouth. I ain't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, talk about evidently he doesn't understand we're living in a modern age where cameras are everywhere. You damn right he spit on Jalen Ramsey. He spit right at him. Or there's nowhere around it, and it was thick so you could see it, okay? Here's the bottom line, okay? Jamar Chase is my absolute favorite receiver in the National Football League. I know Justin Jefferson is a stud. I know Njigba is something special. I know, but I'm a Jamar Chase fan. You don't spit on anybody. You don't spit on another man on the football field, obviously, either, okay? And then to sit up there and to lie the way that he did, it was a bold-faced lie. Bold-faced lie. Bold-faced lie. I mean, it's twice. I ain't spit on nobody. I mean, come on, man. You know, listen. The NFL has to send a message. We saw what Jalen Carter did to start off the season or whatever. You talk about a situation where it's going to be very, very difficult to control how another man comes on at you, whether it's on the football field or even outside after the game, you know, whether the locker room or whatever. These are the kind of things that you put a stop to before they even start. You don't do that. You don't do that. You have to send that kind of message. I believe it warrants a 2-game suspension. That's what I believe it does.
Cam Newton, what do you think?
Okay, so I'll put this in humanistic perspective, or from the fans' perspective. We do not expect this type of behavior from a superstar and a box office individual like Jamar Chase. Now, and I say this with all due respect, what happened with Jalen Carter is on the right. He's not a superstar. He's not on Jamar Chase. He's not box office. He's a great player. He's dominant, yeah, but he's not at a trajectory of like a AJ Brown or like a Jalen Hurts or Saquon on that team. So, okay, we understand that. But you added a superstar that is clear as day. Am I offended by the lie? Yes. I'm like, okay, come on, bro. Like you tripping. Jalen Ramsey is an individual that warrants the smoke. I played against him. That's who he is by nature. But this is the thing about Jalen Ramsey after the game. Bro, he's gonna be the first person to come up to you and dap you up and say, hey bro, I like that type of game, bro. And keep it up for the rest of the year. Blah, blah, blah. No matter what it is, individuals on the football field are alphas, are warriors. But as soon as the clock strikes 0, they come back to reality. One of the guiltiest things that I also witnessed throughout this video was this. Why didn't Jamar Chase throw a punch or defend himself? He was clearly in the position where it's like, hold on, as a man, you have to protect yourself. He knew he did something that required a response to that magnitude. After looking at this video, I don't care what it was. I don't care how it is. He knew something was up because he never responded. What in any other situation do you know something to have happened that extreme and you do nothing? That tells me he knew he was in the wrong.
Yeah, I think 2 games is probably fair. The only question I have is this is the second time this year is the NFL going to go more extreme? Because it hasn't stopped. To your point, this is something you nip in the bud. I don't know if the NFL will go more extreme. I'm shocked. Jamar just never has come across this way to me. He seemed a little bit more like reserved and quiet. He's dealt. I think what you're seeing is frustration over the course.
Yeah, they wasn't in their ass kick yesterday.
Yeah, and like this is 2 years now having to play without the quarterback. The MVP performance last year. This was the big year, bringing both receivers back, and now he's having to deal with no Joe Burrow again. So it does seem like frustration boiled over. But I would imagine something along the 2-game suspension. I'm surprised Jamar did this.
Physicality is physicality, and in the sport of football, which y'all know a hell of a lot better than me, the bottom line is stuff can happen, but there are certain things that go beyond the pale. Hitting one another, punching one another, arguing with one another, stuff like that. But when you spit on a man, the way we saw Jamar Chase do that yesterday, you understand?
Yeah.
That's the kind of stuff that, you know what, in some cases, I saw Damian Woody talking on Get Up earlier this morning. He's like, that's the kind of cat, that's the kind of situation where you go back to the locker room and you walk down to the opposite locker room looking for that cat.
Yeah.
You understand? You never know what that could regress into. And so that's not a normal kind of altercation to happen. There are lines that are crossed when you spit on somebody. And Jamar Chase crossed that line. And considering the fact that Jalen Carter did it to start off the season and the NFL handed down the suspension, you already know where their stance is, okay? So you know better than doing something like that. The message has been sent. Now it needs to be sent more emphatically. And I also do think that Jamar Chase lying the way that he did. Think about it. What are you going to believe now? When something comes out of his mouth, you ain't going to take it. You're going to take it with a grain of salt. Because, I mean, man up. You know, that's what you did, that's what you did. Either apologize or don't apologize for it. But to look in the camera not once but twice and be like, no, I don't know what you're talking about. I never opened my mouth. You know, that's like Eddie Murphy doing stand-up many, many years ago. Hey, it wasn't me. Hey, wasn't me. Really? We know better. And so we saw it. It's right there for us to see, okay? You got to suspend the man for a minimum 2 games.
Cam, to your point, every player I've interviewed that's gone up against Jalen Ramsey says he's in the game. Like, that's part of his game. He loves to trash talk. It adds to it. So to warrant that kind of response, obviously something had to have gone a step further.
Yeah, listen, this is human rights. If it leaves any part of your body, whether below the belt or above your chin, you deserve your ass whooped. And this is a person, I got the utmost respect for Jamar.
So do I.
And even after this, still, like, you have to look at the situation and say, in any other situation, if somebody were to tell you, hey, bro, he slapped me. Okay, cool, what you do? Hey, bro, he mushed me. Okay, bro, what you do? Hey, dog, he spit on me. That's the ultimate sign of disrespect. And for that moment, we've seen players do this and dating back to Bill Romanowski, for Christ's sake. And that was like, no. You don't have to see me. That's what we call, hey, it's an on-site type of thing. Whether I see you on the field or I see you where